Last time on Ruined King.
All along, I thought I was cursed. I was ashamed of my true nature, afraid of what I might be. But now I see. I simply misunderstood. The Vesani, they saw the potential in our abilities. A purpose. The Ruined King's memories. His pain. I can feel them in my mind. I know his secret. The dark, rotten truth at his core. His fear. His pain. I will make it our weapon. I thought my ancestors could teach me to live without causing humans pain. The past is gone now. And you...
Memories. They will always be with you. Yours to cherish. But they are less important than the future standing before you. Go. And fight for the world.
Thank you.
Hola amigos, Ghost here, and today we finish our journey into Ruined King. The secrets of the Vault of the Blackbirds and the Vault of the Vesani are ours, and with them, Ahri's legendary quest was completed, and her legendary weapon, the Oblivion Orb, forged. With that, all legendary weapons have been forged. Returning to the Vault of the Vesani, the team entered the main chamber ready to press forward. Within the chamber, an arcane edifice waited on standby for sunstones to be used and memories transferred into it. Ahri could have placed all of the knowledge and memories of her ancestors into the empty sunstone she possessed. Or she could place the memories of the Ruined King within it to be used against him. Ahri sacrificed her ancestors' memories so that the team would have a chance to save the world. And in doing so, Ahri came to peace with her own existence. Immediately after this, the Vault's ancient construct protector engaged us, and we defeated it. The path to the Ancient Buhru Forge was opened, and Ahri, for one final time, spoke with the stored memories of her ancestors and her past love. Ahri will no longer be shackled to the past. She will help the world and make new memories. Within the Forge of Nagakabouros, the team worked together to overcome the Avatar of Nagakabouros, passing her challenge and cleansing the amulet needed to defeat the Ruined King. As the team left the forge, Illaoi finally revealed the whole truth to Miss Fortune about Gangplank's survival. The conversation was intense, but with so much at stake and how much has happened to this point, Miss Fortune brushes aside her anger to save the world and hopefully to find common ground afterwards. Now the team makes final preparations in order to face the Ruined King, and once this is done, the team sets sail to save the world. Our journey has led to this very moment. Let's do this! It is time to prepare to confront the Ruined King. And there's 3 things we must do. First, we must head to the Vault of the Vesani to go over here to this fishing spot, as this fishing spot, from my understanding, is the best fishing spot in the game, and possibly will allow us to collect the missing fish that we haven't collected yet, as well as enough fish chunks to get enough black marks to buy all those tomes from that black market dealer. And once we get all those tomes, we'll be able to upgrade all of our characters' rune abilities to their max possibility, from my understanding. After that, we will probably go to a vendor to then sell all of our equipment that we don't need anymore, and then buy potions that will help us heal. Granted, I'm not sure what characters I'll use just yet for when we face the Ruined King, but we'll probably have at least one healer. And knowing the Ruined King is probably going to be the toughest fight we'll have, I'll definitely need potions to help us out in the long run in that fight. So I'm going to sell basically everything we don't need, use that money to buy the best potions possible, and maybe one of the best meals possible, so that we can rest and have that bonus stat as well. And then the final thing we'll do is enchant all of the gear that we will keep and equip them onto the characters and make them as powerful as possible. And once all of that is done, then we will face the Ruined King. So yeah, let's do this. Alright, I made it to the fishing. So, basically how this is going to work is, after I explain this, I'll be cutting in and out of my fishing. And basically whenever I catch a new fish, I will show that off. And once we have all the new fish, or the last remaining of the new fish, then you'll just see me showing the results of my basic grinding throughout the entire time. And basically, like I said, the plan is to get enough black marks for us to eventually just be able to upgrade our characters so powerfully that the Ruined King won't be able to do shit to us. And we got a sinister frog again. And 2 small, flawless fish chunks. Nice. Looks like we caught the lucky squid. A small pink squid clutching a pearl. Not so lucky now. And there we go, another fish, or in this case a squid, added to our fishing journal. And would you look at that? The skull snail. A snail with a black shell bearing a small skull-shaped marking. Well, it looks more like a skull itself. Well, either way, we have another new fish. Well, creature. This is not a snail's not a fish, but you know what I mean. It's part of the fishing journal, so fish, yeah. A baby berserker shark. A small shark with razor sharp teeth. Bam. Also, before we continue on, if we look at our inventory and go to, let's see, there we go, baby shark berserker. The sharks that you can collect, I looked this up, give you individual black marks. So every shark you collect, you can get, for the baby berserker, you get 32 black marks by itself, which is fantastic for grinding. And would you look at that? We got the poison blowfish, a puffed up ball of spikes that is somehow also a fish. Bam. Now if we take a look at this point, all that's left is the other version of the shark, which I think is like an adult or a young berserk shark. And these 2 fish, which I will soon go in to the right place to collect those. But yeah, so far, we just have 3 more to do. Quick, and apparently we never uncovered the imp log. So, imp, a small creature known for its scheming and feral nature. Now, I'm curious, is there any others? There is. Construct Sentinel, a piece of construct infused with mist and a taunting aura. And we have the other 2, Ancient Construct, a giant ancient golem programmed to repel intruders, and Avatar of Nagakabouros, a powerful magical manifestation of the goddess. And there we go. I assume this is for the Ruined King. These 2, plus some of these, are probably for some enemies he may spawn, I assume. And then there's just 1 other unknown, from what I can tell. But yeah, I was just looking at this while I was taking a break from grinding the fishing spots. So yeah, back to that. Yo! The young berserker shark. Any larger and you'd be in trouble. So it wasn't adult berserker, so it's a young berserker, okay. Alright. Let us travel to the fishing hole spectral shores. Alright, all we gotta do is find the small razorfish and the striped razorfish. Those are the remaining 2. So, I was resetting the spectral shore fishing spot through Bilgewater's dock, and I came over to the ship, and this guy ain't here no more, and this is what's replaced him. Misfortune finds a letter on the ground where Corwin used to diligently stand. Open the letter. My dearest Fortune, serving you has been one of my pleasures of my life. I hope I was able to be some meager assistance to you and your companions. I also hope you do not regret sparing my life. I certainly don't. Huh. Why is a good sailor always so hard to find? So okay, so basically he just dipped on us after helping us out for a little while. Huh. Well, I'll be the small razor fish, a carnivorous fish that follows blood in the water to feed. With that, all we gotta do is find one more fish. Bam. And with that, we got the Fishing Journalist Trophy and the striped razor fish. A very unique fish with a striped pattern. Watch out, it bites. And with that, if we take a look at the fishing journal, we now have, let me get to the top actually, every single fish, turtle, frog, skeleton creature, snail, shark, and eel that you can get. Squid, hell, everything. Everything that we can collect from the fishing minigame has been collected. It says 14 black marks, but I'm pretty sure we get more, so let's see. 266. Damn, that is good. Alright, now let's head down to the black market. Alright. Now, let's see. It says we'll get 45. Let's see if it's actually more than that. 117. Nice. Alright, let's take a look at his shop. Of course, he has just the same amount of stuff as before. We can buy another legendary ring, which I think you can just continuously buy them until every single character can get one. But the main thing that we're focused on are the tomes. Each one costs 20, and we have 645. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 5 will make it 100. So we just have enough to get 5 for each. So if I'm doing my math correct, I could be fucking up, but I'm gonna buy 5 for Illaoi. I'm gonna buy 5 from Pike, 5 for Yasuo, 5 for Ahri, 5 for Misfortune, and 5 for Braum. And there we go. Now now each of them have 15 left that we can buy, and we only have 45 black marks, so we'll have to do a lot more grinding to get the rest of them. But let's take a look. Inventory first, because we have to unlock them. Oh yeah, I did get some treasure while doing this, but alright. There we go. And now, as you can see, they all have 5. And we can upgrade basically 1 or 2 depending. So for now, I think what I'm going to do is get dodge counter and overcharge on evade. This gives both versions, Gunslinger's Captain's Charm and Adrenaline Rush. Adrenaline Rush increases attack power and evasion by 15% when the health is below 30% of maximum. And Captain's Charm, chance to add a boon to the initiative bar that increases attack power by 20% of the champions in the region for 1 turn. Of course, overcharge on evade, evading an attack gains you 20 overcharge, and dodge counter increases attack power by 25% for 1 turn after evading an attack. With both of that, she has masteries for both Gunslinger and Bounty Hunter. But if you notice, we need 4, 8, 12, 15. So getting all those tomes of knowledge will max us out of all the things she has, which will make her and all the others very powerful. All right, next up we're going to do I'm just gonna max out her Guardian, by getting stamina up by 40%, and it gives us life attunement, increases healing received by 30%. And of course, she still has one more, and of course, she has 15 more to get. For Braum, we are going to do Strongman's Haste Up, which increases his by 10%, and Crit Chance Up, which increases crit by 15. And with the Strongman, he gets Siege Breaker, increases attack power by 15%. And of course, just like the others, he needs 15. For Yasuo, we are going to actually increase the weight of the blade, and I think the best thing will be is AP up rank 2, which gives us 50% more, and we will also do Preparation, begin battle with 15 overcharge. I believe we used to have Preparation at one point, and then we got rid of it. Anyway, we now have Crit Damage Mastery, which increases crit damage by 8%. For Pike, we are going to finish up Assassin by getting crit damage up. No. We'll do Venom Blade. Applies poison and critical hits, dealing 1,884 damage over 3 turns. That gives Assassin's max rank, and we'll also do Stamina Up, which will increase it by 30%. So now with Drowned 1 and Assassin, we get Deadly Wounds. For Drowned 1, increases damage of bleeds, poisons, and ignites by 40%. And for Assassin, Deadly Strikes, increases crit damage by 4% on a crit. Stacks 6 times. Lasts the entire battle. Bam. And then for Ahri, we are going to try to upgrade her Vastaya. And I think what we're going to do is Gift of the Vesani. Increases attack power by 10% and heals by 15%. And that gives her her level 9 or level 3 version of our mastery perk, or Mind Soothe. Mind Soothe, chance to add a boon to the initiative bar that grants 5 mana to champions in the region. Pretty decent. But overall, at this point, like I said, all we gotta do is grind out, get those 15 books for each of the characters, and we'll be able to have them all as powerful as they can be in terms of their runes. And at this point, if we look, let's see, 15, 5 was 100. So we would need 300 black marks alone for Illaoi. So that's like, what, 300, 600, 900, 1200, 15, 1800 black marks, rough, give or take, which is a lot, to be honest. And I'll grind out as much as I can, as fast as I can, and then from there, we'll buy the rest, add the rest of the abilities, and then we'll move on to the next thing. After, I kid you not, at least 4 hours of grinding, I was able to collect 29 young berserker sharks, 22 baby berserker sharks, and a bunch of other little minuscule fish chunks and such. And I should have enough black marks to buy the remaining rune tomes that we need. I also did this off screen instead. I bought the meal that we're going to use for the final boss, which is the Nectar of Noxus, which is an important Noxian brew with a hearty, sweet taste. Increases attack power by 395 for a few battles. And I also bought a couple of health potions. They're lesser tier compared to the purple and the rare / epic. They're mostly just the green versions, but it's a-okay. I might look at some other vendors to buy stuff off screen, but basically I'm just getting enough so in case I need them for the battle, I have them. Also, during my grind, I got so many treasure chests from that fishing spot that I have so many random pieces of equipment and weapons that I was able to equip some of my characters with new stuff, while others have weaker other things. So yeah, I might also check out some of the vendors about armor and such that I believe have high areas, but we'll see. Regardless, let us trade our fish. It says 704 black marks, but that's a lie, because that's 1,800 right there. Actually, 1,826. But yeah, now let's head down here. Alright. My boy, I need to buy a lot of stuff from you. So we're gonna buy all the tomes for Illaoi, all the tomes for Pike, all the tomes for Ahri, all the tomes for Yasuo, all the tomes for Misfortune, and finally, all of the tomes for Braum. And with that, that leaves us only with 71 black marks. Not enough to buy any of the extra skins or some of the extra legendary weapon stuff. Well, actually, we could buy this again, but maybe, maybe not. But either way, I might, don't quote me on this, but I might do a bonus like little episode chapter thing that's like 10 minutes long that shows anything that may not go into this final finale. But regardless, go to inventory, and now we're gonna just start spamming the hell out of this for all of them. So many. And there we go. And now we can see some people have 16, some have 15. And now let's start our thing with Illaoi, the first character we ever used. First one we're going to grab is Rising Tides. Attacking increases power of the next heal by 25%. And it stacks 3 times. Then we have Overwhelming Faith. Actually, okay, yeah, I already had the mastery. Overwhelming Faith increases attack power by 6% per tentacle active tentacle. Bam. Then we have Backlash. Getting hit deals 54 damage per active tentacle back to the attackers each hit. Bam. Then we got Pain Conversion. Illaoi gains 5 overcharge each time she is attacked. And voila. And surprisingly, we actually have 1 extra rune crystal, which kind of makes sense since she was one of the few characters that's the first character we got and everything. So, granted, we could have technically grind just slightly less, like 1 less fish, and we would still have everything we need. Next up for Braum, we're going to get Build Up. Each time Braum is attacked, his attack power increases by 10% for 1 action. Then we're going to get Steel Fortitude, increases stamina by 40%. Then we're getting Indomitable Indomitable, increases physical and magic defense by 6% for each attack performed, stacked 6 times. And finally, Concussive Strength, increases attack power by 2.5% for each stack of concussion on an enemy. And voila! Next up for Yasuo, we're going to get AP up rank 1, increases attack power by 5%. Then we're going to get Crit Damage rank 2, which increases the damage of critical hits by an additional 18%. Then we're going to get Blade Master, increases crit damage by 12% and crit chance by 10%. Then we're going to get Thirsty Blade, increases lifesteal by 30%. Then we're going to go over here for Crit Chance rank 1 up, increases crit chance by 5%, and finally Crit Chance up rank 2, which increases it by another 10%. Bam! Next up, Misfortune. We get Sure-Footed, increases evasion by 6% each time an ability is performed, resets after successfully evading an attack. We get Quick Draw, increases attack power and haste by 10%. We get Crit Damage Up, increases the damage of critical hits by an additional 18%. And Bounty Queen, increases the crit chance by 10% and the damage of critical hits by an additional 12%. Next up, we got Pike. We get Crit Damage Up, increases the damage of critical hits by an additional 18%. Life Stealer, increases lifesteal by 30%. Festing Wounds, bleeds, poisons, and ignites, gains 60% lifesteal. And Critical Wounds, bleeds, poisons, and ignites, can crit. Voila! And finally, Ahri. We can Consume Memories, generates 20 mana on a kill. Healing Power rank 2, increases the power of heals by 22.5%. We get Balance, attacking increasing power of the next heal by 25%, stacks 3 times. Then we get AP up rank 1, increases attack power by 10%. And finally, Firestarter, grants 15% crit chance for each enemy that is ignited. And voila, every single character has every single ability they can get for the runes upgrades and all their masteries, of course, which makes every single character basically overpowered, and hopefully it will be not difficult to fight the main boss shortly. But yeah, it's incredible. It is interesting that she gets 41. I'm not sure why that is, but either way, like I said, everyone's overpowered now. Everyone has the abilities. Whoever we choose to face off against the Ruined King will be powerful, no doubt. And voila, there we go. Time to do some enchantments for our gear before the coming battle. The first thing that we're going to do is infuse the armor that is on Yasuo and Illaoi to make them stronger. But I do notice with the infusion at least, it does seem to get rid of specific things, like it adds more but it also gets rid of stuff. So I wonder if it's because it removes the add-on to it. We'll see though, because I'm going to do Spirit Visage first. And we're going to do it. And there we go. Alrighty then. Bam. And now we're gonna do Piltover Warden's Tunic. Bam. Now with that done, because there's nothing else to infuse, everyone else has either epic or legendary gear. Next thing we're gonna do is go to our weapons, and we're gonna add Rampage to Misfortune's Queen Councils. And voila! And we get Enchanting Novice for doing that. There we go. And then next up, what we're going to do is Blessing of the Goddess. And we're going to do that for Heart of the Goddess. Bam. Then we are going to do Vampiric Touch. And we're going to give that to Ahri. Bam. Next up, we are going to give Juggernaut to Brahms Oren's Will. Bam. Then we are going to give Blur to Yasuo's Stormrazor. Bam. With that, all we gotta do is, I believe we're gonna do Warden for Duskblade. Success! Even though I just noticed that was like a 37% chance. That could have gone wrong so quickly. So now if we take a look, she has the Rampage, he has the Warden, the Vampiric Touch, the Blur, the Juggernaut 2, and the Blessing of the Goddess. I might also add some stuff to their other gear, which is probably just going to be attacks or defense-based stuff, if I have the enchantment space. But I just wanted to show off basically what we were going to add to the weapons specifically, because I wanted to make them stronger. So real quick, from the last clip, two more things about the enchanting. You can only enchant your weapon and armor. I did not realize that / forgot about that. So just about all of our stuff was already enchanted. The only thing I could have added was Unbreakable to Brahms armor, which just increases stamina and physical defense by the numbers as you see below. And the second thing is that each of these two things can only have one enchantment at a time. Even though some enchantments say you can't stack them, from my understanding, it seems like even though they can't be stacked regardless, from my understanding at least. Maybe I'm not noticing the numbers correctly, but either way, you can only do one enchantment per the thing. So yeah, that's the only other thing I wanted to mention real quick. The next clip from here on out is us heading to the Ruined King so that we can beat his ass and save the world. It is time to confront the Ruined King. I have chosen my party. Misfortune, Ahri, and Illaoi will face him. And if possible, the other three will face him as well, depending on how the boss fight goes. Or if it works. I don't know how the boss works, clearly, because I've yet to face him. Other than that, I've also used the meal, which gives us 395 plus attack to our characters. And I have a decent amount of potions to use. So yeah, let's do this. And all we gotta do is head to Ruination's edge. A terrible storm brews within a massive cloud of black mist on the bilge water horizon. The Ruined King awaits as the charming lady makes an approach. Shall we continue? We shall. Let's do this!
We get one shot at this. If we don't stop the Ruined King here, Bilgewater will be destroyed.
together, we will win!
Look, my people. The Buhru stand against the ruined king.
You dare stand between me and my Nigh. Nothing will hold me back.
Love? I'm not losing my city to the delusions of some second-rate king.
It's time for the truth to come to light.
You are my queen! You need to act like one. No. What is this? Lies! Twisted visions! I know what is best for us.
No, it's the truth. Your love is twisted.
You will not corrupt the memory of my queen!
Ahri!
Here we go. Extra enemy turn. He gets multiple? Oh Jesus, that's dangerous. Alright, let's take a look at the Ruined King. He has 95,610 health. He has 4 rows of combat abilities. Jesus. Let's look at his buffs. He's immune to stuns, and he has 30% more haste through legendary haste. And he has Mist Wall, which is 1 hit. Reduces all damage taken by 50%, cracked when hit with a power lane attack, replacing it with Cracked Mist Wall. Cracked Mist Wall reduces magic damage taken by 50%. Physical damage is unaffected, so it kind of is like a mix. Like at the moment he could take no damage, like 50% half, but then only reduces magic damage after that. Regardless, Blade of the Ruined King deals moderate damage and deals additional damage and heals per stack of Mist Touch. Applies a stack of Mist Touch, dealing true damage over 4 turns. Mist Wave deals light magic damage to each champion and inflicts 1 to 3 stacks of Mist Touch to each, dealing true damage over 4 turns. Mist Wall applies Mist Wall to self, reducing all damage by 50%, and it can, as it's earlier, damage by a power lane attack. Mist Barrier applies Mist Barrier to self, reducing all damage by 50%. Mist Barrier can be damaged by a speed lane attack, so there's a difference between the two. Got it. Mist Shroud applies Mist Shroud to self, making the Ruined King invulnerable. Adds hazards to all lanes which deal damage and apply them in the mist. Champions in the mist can damage the Ruined King through the Mist Shroud. Twisted Mirror destroys all existing ruined champions and summons a wave of ruined versions of the champions who are not in the active party. What the hell? Last Stand adds a heavy damage shield and applies Last Stand. Last Stand heals the Ruined King and deals light magic damage to all champions each turn until the shield is removed. Ruinate marks a champion with Ruinate. After 3 turns, Ruinate will kill the champion. Champions who die with Ruinate applied summon a ruined copy as a minion of the Ruined King. Jesus Christ, here we go then. Alright, first let's get that tap. And we're already gonna get... Ooh, that's a good hit. Okay, we're going to immediately do Order of Destruction, just get her all the way up to Essence. With her, we're going to do immediately... Let's see, Harsh Lesson to crack his thing. Now with this, we're going to also do a light version. Crack that. Boom, good hits. Alright, he got Mist Barrier. Okay, Ahri has Ruinate, which is not good. Luckily, we can, where is it? Remove harmful debuffs. Fuck you and your Ruinate. You ain't gonna hurt us.
You question my power.
Now we're gonna do light speed lane attack because he has the other version now. Good left tap. Okay. Let's do 2 time. And we will do... Actually, you know what? Debilitating Orb. Give him some debuffs. We're doing good, we're doing good. Okay, okay. I would say... We're gonna do Harsh Lessons. Oh, no. Harsh Lessons, the regular version. For her, we're going to do Shredder for medium.
Still got time to surrender.
Adds a lot more ignites, that's good. Okay, Miss Shroud is here. Okay, Harsh Lessons normal version will be fine. They're gonna get hit by Miss Shroud, yep. Oh! They took out Ahri, no! Hold up. We have Ruin, not Ahri. 19,000 health plus 340, that's a cool skin. Ruin Rending heals heavy damage from most wounded ally builds, 10 overcharge, has a short cooldown. Ruin Flame deals moderate magic damage to each champion and inflicts ignite on each, dealing true damage over 3 turns, builds 10 overcharge. And Ruined Wither deals heavy magic damage to all enemies and applies poison, bleed, sunder, ignite, chill, and magic sunder debuffs on them. Jesus, okay, so we gotta take her out. We're gonna have to use Bombardment to help out with that.
No mercy.
Probably should have revived Ahri, but fuck it. Give us a bonus with the damage. Oh yeah. Oh no, 0. Okay, okay. Let's revive. Can we revive her? There we go. Oof. Alright, gotta target Ahri. Or fake Ahri. Oof. She's almost dead.
Your defeat will be your
Oh!
latest lesson.
Oh! Oh shit! We're facing ruined versions of Yasuo, Pike, and Braum. They get all of our stuff too. Stealth, loyalty. Well, this has ruined loyalty, generates 20 overcharge. That's different. And Yasuo has Steel Tempest. Okay. For Yasuo, the fake Yasuo, Ruined Tempest deals minor damage, grants 2 stacks of Steel Tempest. Ruined Storm deals heavy magic damage to all enemies and slows them, only usable after gaining 4 stacks of Steel Tempest. And Ruined Breath deals heavy magic damage or heavy damage to all enemies over 4 hits and buffs crit chance by 40% for 2 turns and only usable at 50% health. For Pike, he has Ruined Slice, deals light damage, applies a bleed and a random debuff from basically all the other ones. Ruined Skewer deals moderate damage if the target is bleeding, is guaranteed to crit. Has Ruined Ambush, deals heavy damage if stealth deals massive damage instead, may only begin casting while stealth. We have Ruined Depths, deals extreme damage randomly among all champions over 10 hits, only usable once at 50% health. Then we have Ruined Brahms, Ruined Fissure, deals heavy magic damage to all enemies, stuns them and slows them, costs 30 mana. Ruined Winter deals moderate magic damage and slows the target, applies concussion, builds 5 overcharge. And Ruined Shield adds a moderate damage shield to each enemy, builds 5 overcharge, has a short cooldown. Got it. So basically they kind of use the techniques that we have for our characters, but in a different version of that. So basically what we gotta do is kill Yasuo immediately.
Gotcha.
Can't let him do anything. Oh my god, Misfortune, you survived that. That's amazing. Alright, heal yourself. There's not much, but it's better than nothing. We're gonna do Scourge against Pike. Heals all the way up for Misfortune. Oh! Oh, fuck. Yeah, they just they have basically our ultimates. That's awesome. That's actually pretty cool. Crap. Okay, we're gonna just love tap Braum since we can't hurt Pike.
I warned you.
And we're gonna do Scourge again. Almost got him. This should kill him. Bam! Took them both out. Alright, Ruin King. You're all alone. He just gave himself 8,000 health. What the hell? Okay, no, we're gonna have to do normal for love tap. Good amount. Good, good. Oh, fuck. Please don't kill us. Please don't kill us. Ooh. Bloody hell, that hurts. Group health, can we... where's my good one? I thought I had a better one. It's like, okay, we'll just heal everybody for a shit ton.
I have been waiting for this moment.
And we will do Spirit Rush.
Got you in the palm of my hand.
Did we... Is he done? Second wave? No?
He's down. This is our chance. Hit him now, Ahri.
Your love is alive.
This won't stop. What do we do?
We fight.
I can feel your desire, Sarah. Take it. You can rule it all. Everything that you have ever wanted is within your grasp.
It's over.
Fought well, Queen of Bilgewater.
We fought well. Together. Like old times.
What of the amulet?
I can still feel him raging inside. But the ruined king is trapped, for now. I need you to take it. Keep it safe, away from everyone. Even me.
It will be safe. You have my word. You are trembling. Tell me, what did you see?
He offered me everything. Bilgewater was mine. My enemies were crushed, and Gangplank broken. I had the power to do anything. Even to bring my mother back. I wanted it. I would have surrendered to him, but then I heard you. And the others. I couldn't.
There is greatness within you. We've all seen it. Cast your regrets aside, for now there is only victory.
Captain.
Raffen, are you going to ruin our celebration?
I'm afraid so. In all the chaos, Gangplank escaped. We're looking for him, but we need a plan. We need you.
Gather every man. And shut down the harbor. No ships leave, understand? Anyone tries, blow them out of the water.
Yes, Captain.
Sarah, this endless pursuit. Please, let it go.
Guess we haven't found our common ground after all, Priestess.
What you do next will define you. How you rule Bilgewater, this is your great test. Embrace motion, free yourself.
You stood with me when the city was at the edge of destruction. You've challenged my faith, shown me gods and magic were real, things that were impossible. For that, you have my respect. But I've got to hold on to my own truth. See you around, Truth Bearer.
Do not lose yourself to revenge, Sarah. Bilgewater needs you.
Truth Bearer, you honor us. You have embraced motion and driven back a great evil.
Elder, you never lost faith, even when I've strayed from the path of Buhru tradition.
Nonsense, child. Your faith, your actions saved countless lives. To question you would be to question the goddess herself. While destiny may guide us, you alone make your own path forward. What happens now will be up to you.
Thank you, Great Elder.
A victory such as this deserves a celebration. We have much to rebuild. But for now, go. Rejoice.
Now listen to the wise lady. There must be a timer that's still standing.
What of Captain Fortune?
What has transpired here weighs on us all. Sarah will need time. For now, we shall afford her space to reflect, and have faith in her decisions.
You are wise, Illaoi. Sarah will see the truth in your actions. But for now, all this fighting has given Brom an appetite, huh?
Yes, come, my friends. Tonight we celebrate.
Later, then we got the Storyteller achievement and Ruination.
I guess this is goodbye.
Brom hates goodbyes.
I have enjoyed our time together. Each of you is a true champion of your people. Bilgewater owes you a tremendous debt.
It has been an honor to fight beside you, Illaoi. All in the Freljord will sing of your heroic deeds.
Journey safe, my friend. Remember to keep the water outside the boat.
Are you kidding? I'll be joining him to make sure he gets home in one piece.
That's a relief.
And after that, Yasuo? Wherever the wind takes you?
No. I drifted because I had no purpose. You all helped me find it. And it's in Noxus.
Our enemy's homeland.
Yes. There's someone there who may need my help. A part of my past that still means something. You, Ahri? Where will you go?
I may return to the Shadow Isles. See what more I can learn of my ancestors. I will try to walk in their footsteps and, hopefully, leave some of my own.
Good. That'll make it easier to find you.
I believe our paths will cross again.
What about Fishman Pike and the captain? Brom would have liked to thank them.
Pike? Who can say? He has returned to the deep. Perhaps he has found peace or at least some purpose as we have. Sarah will be complicated, but I am hopeful. There is so much to rebuild. Bilgewater still needs her. Surely she will see this, or I will make her see.
Sounds like we're leaving just in time.
Ha! Quickly, get to the boat!
Thank you all for this memory.
Here's to the next.
And with that, we have completed Ruin King, a League of Legends story. And I gotta say, it has been a pleasant surprise, this game. Playing this all the way up from the beginning up to now, it's been a wonderful journey. The characters were great, the story was pretty cool, though I don't know much about League of Legends and the characters. Before that, I got a good sense of what these characters are like in the main story / timeline and such. It was a great game. I'm gonna just do a short review here because honestly throughout the series I have mentioned many of my positives and the few complaints I had, and honestly overall it's a good game. I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. It was getting up to 9 out of 10, but there were some glitches and some crashes that kind of decreased that, as well as an annoying grind that I had to do to get the characters to be as strong as they could be by the fishing minigame. The fishing minigame was pretty decent until it took over 5 hours to grind just to get the characters to be as strong as they could be to face the Ruined King. Now that grind could be very well important if I had played on the hardest difficulty, but playing on the normal difficulty because I didn't know what type of strategy game this was and such, it definitely seemed like the grind was a little overkill because that boss was defeated honestly quite quickly compared to what I thought it would take. But it wasn't a bad boss at all. His design was cool, his motivations, the lore behind him and everything seems pretty cool. The fight was pretty cool, him using clones of us, basically, or shadow versions of us to aid him so that he isn't always targeted was pretty cool. I think the only one we didn't get to see was Illaoi, which either just because she didn't die or he didn't copy her, or she might not be one of the few that can't be copied. I'm not sure. Either way, the final boss was amazing. I wish it was a little bit longer. It probably is if you play on the harder difficulties, but it was great nonetheless. The fishing grinds and the glitches and crashes are the only real negatives I have to the game. Everything else was basically perfect for this type of game, which I don't play many of this type of game, but it was perfect for what it was. The graphics were pretty cool. The 2D graphics were also pretty cool. It looked like a comic book. The combat was fair paced, good. Progression wise, it was great. It wasn't where you became super overpowered at times. It was a steady progress unless you went to specific areas that had already been completed previously. It was a steady progress. It wasn't some overpowered stuff immediately. It was pretty good. I think we might get a cutscene, so hang on.
Tell me, who's in charge of this establishment? You realize that's Gangplank's insignia on your door? The sworn enemy of Captain Fortune in the city of Bilgewater?
Gangplank's got no enemies here.
But he does. Take it down. Show the captain you're still loyal, or I promise, you won't like what comes next. Looks like they made their choice.
Tonight we send a message. No more second chances. No more parlays. I fled for this city. And it's time for the gangs to accept my rule. I'm done chasing ghosts. Bilgewater belongs to me. And if Gangplank wants it back, he's gonna have to take it.
Alrighty then. It's clear that Miss Fortune has to keep with her with revenge and such because I'm pretty sure that's a main element of her story in the main timeline and lore and such, that she never actually gets revenge and she's still always pursuing that revenge. She may grow in other ways, become more trustful of people, but that one key characteristic will always stay the same from my understanding, at least with how this game progressed. But yeah, the story was pretty good. At times it was a little long, and it was kind of funny how you could do a million side quests, even though in the main story's like, we have to stop him from releasing the Ruined King. Let's go kill a million Mistwalkers and some bounties real quick. Like, granted, you could technically not do any of that stuff and just do the main story, and I assume you'll be fine. But at the same time, you kind of need to, because the further along you go, the harder the enemies are and such. So I don't know. I felt like they could have probably fixed that. Sorry about that. Some random person was trying to race through the side streets for some reason. Anyway, but like, yeah, the story could have been a little bit more well paced. Be with the side content, but overall it was still good. The content was good. The combat was good. The graphics were good. The style of the game was good. Basically everything other than the crashes and the little bit of glitches on the maps and such, and the grind, where the grind and that stuff was the only negatives really. Everything else was amazing and a pretty good game, a solid game, and worth the money and price that it was that I got it at. I don't remember that price, but I would highly recommend this game if you have an interest in these type of strategy type games, in the League of Legends lore without having to play the actual League of Legends game. So, yeah, honestly, that's all I really have to say. I also liked all the characters' little character arcs they had, and how even though that they had their character arcs, some of them may stay somewhat the same, like Miss Fortune and Pike, for instance. Of course, Braum didn't have to change, nor Illaoi. Well, Illaoi, Ahri, and Yasuo all had their major arcs, and clear and all that. Also, shout out to the voice actors. They all did a freaking amazing job in this game. The music was pretty good. Honestly, like I said, a solid 8 out of 10. It's funny. I've been doing a bunch of Let's Plays for a while now, and I'm still not that great at organizing reviews at the end of the game, but honestly though, I've said all of what I needed to say throughout the game. The gameplay was fun. I love the little side conversations you could have. The graphics were good. It's just me repeating everything over again. So, yeah, I highly recommend the game if you're interested, and if you enjoyed this series, a solid 8 out of 10. Yeah, so our journey has come to a close. And with that, we conclude our journey into Ruined King. It has been an incredible time playing this game, experiencing its story and characters, and exploring its world. I hope you all enjoyed today's finale and the series as a whole as much as I did. Until next time, this is Ghost, signing out.